life the most difficult. But but at the same time, she also tells me that people like weird, people like different, and so
True.
I also make it easier for her to talk about how weird and different we are as well.
I mean, weird and different are good terms. Unique is also another good term you could use there. Yes.
Unique. I like weird and different. I like unique.
Okay. There you go.
On a lot of our shirt, like we have a shirt design on the back of it. It says unconventionally crafted as
There you
well.
go.
So like we've thought about it, but in the end, I'm just like a weirdo. I'm a distilling weirdo.
No, that's fantastic. I mean, the best things come from weird people, so that's what I think anyway.
Yeah.
Now, you guys also have a VIP member program as well. Tell us about this experience.
Yeah, so this is actually something that we saw someone else do it, and it really made sense, especially when we were like first starting out, when we were just building out our place. You always run into issues like you didn't account for one cost or another, and so in the beginning we basically created this program as a way for us to have the people in the community, the people around us, like do this, like support us, and so they bought this membership that was going to entitle them to getting invited to special events and discounts and things like that. But now like now we're basically, the people who buy it are because like they have this massive FOMO. So like the Thanksgiving event I mentioned, it was basically like a week and a half of just prep in order to make all these cocktails. And so we were going to limit it to just one day. And so we
Mm-hmm.
only had tickets for our VIP members. And so that was like, like this like thing that we do. It started out with these kind of events, and every single time we have one of them, and one of our other regulars or someone comes in and they're like, oh, I didn't see a way to sign up for this, and we're like, you couldn't because it was limited to just our VIPs. Now we have people signing up for it because they don't want to miss the next one. And
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
it's a really, really great way for us to basically have all of our, biggest fans, and treat them to all of these like, amazing things that we can't do like regularly, but we can do, for a special event.
That's awesome. Yeah, I saw it looked very reasonably priced, and you get 3 bottles, and like you said, you get these special events. And I think if any distillery or brewery or any place has a VIP or a club membership, do it, because not only is the member party always worth it, but like you said, there's special events throughout the year for these places. And again, you're helping
Yeah.
support your local distillery, brewery, do more great things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so like rewarding to see too. Like when something like, when someone signs up, we actually, like, one of like the earliest things like that I remember, and it was like a really like touching moment, was when we first opened, like within like a couple of months, 3-4 months, we had these regulars that were always in, and they all of a sudden they were just sitting there in the tasting room, like we always talk to them, and then all of a sudden we see like the receipt come through for 2 VIP memberships, and we came up, we were like, oh, you guys decided to join, and they're like, yeah, it was just my first real week at my new job, and we decided to treat ourselves with because they were getting paid a little bit more, and they were like, this is entirely worth it, just to to support you guys, and because we get all these other perks out of it. And like the fact that they use like this little bit of excess money for this, that was like a super touching, great moment, that it has happened now multiple times with some of our favorite people, our regulars that we have.
That's amazing. And I imagine, like you said, there's probably so many more situations or events like that have really made the entire process worth it? Because I imagine obviously there's times as a business owner that you're kind of scrambling around trying to figure out, is this going to work? What can we do next? How do we, continue to get better? And then you kind of get lost in the weeds, but then you have those moments like that kind of pull you out and you're like, oh, we are doing something really good. I'm really glad that we continue to do this and I didn't quit like 100 times like I wanted to before.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Now, I have a segment on the show. I call it the 5 count. It's just 5 random questions. Just answer as quick as possible.
Sure. Sounds good.
What would your last meal be?
Last meal, uh, as fast as possible. Probably a steak dinner.
Nice.
What I'm craving.
Any thought?
Yeah. I love a fillet. I just hate how small they are.
Yeah. That is always annoying. You're like, I'm paying for what?
Yeah.
If you were a pro wrestler or MMA fighter, what would your name be?
Probably the Mad Distiller.
I like that. That's a good one. What are 3 things people would not expect about you?
Let's see. I don't know. God, 3 things. There's a lot of things. So like, my brother and I, we've done a lot of things. We had a pro boxing license. My brother and I, my twin brother and I, we played a duet at Carnegie Hall on the piano.
Whoa.
And let's see. I don't know. Probably like if they just met me, they probably wouldn't realize that I own a distillery.
Yeah.
I, so that's probably it. Yeah.
There you go. Who or what inspires you?
I would say my brother.
That's awesome.
I don't know, the 2 of us. Yeah, it's always been kind of like us two, and so we always you know I have him. I've had him stay up late to like work on things. He definitely has me stay up late to work things. So we basically kind of force each other to work hard, sometimes too hard.
Mm-hmm. That's not a bad thing. And what would you tell your 17-year-old self?
Honestly, that to not drink the green apple Smirnoff. That I can't even look at it anymore. It looks it was the first thing I ever got entirely too drunk on. And it was like 18. So it was like 1 year in the future for 17-year-old me. I would that was a bad night.
I think everybody has that one that they just either look at or smell and they're like, nope, never again.
Yeah.
Well, if people wanted to find out more about you, follow you online, buy 3VR, come by and see you guys, how can they do all the things?
Yeah, so we're on every single platform, even TikTok, even though it's not super conducive to views. Apparently alcohol just gets like kind of auto like shadow banned a little bit on TikTok. So but we're on Instagram, we're really active on there. They can also email. I mean, I'm an open book, as you can tell. Like I will talk about anything, my experience, my any questions about any particular materials I work with, or even materials I haven't worked with yet. Maybe I have like a thought on. So people can just reach out to me at alex@3brdistillery.com, and I'll get back to them. And my name is spelled Aleks, but I knowing what I know about, but people will just hear it and type it. I registered both Alex and Aleks at 3BR Distillery. So whatever you want to email, I'll be very receptive to any responses. Any questions.
That is very smart. I like the way you did that because, yeah, I was going to say your name's spelled a little different than most people would know, but you did both of them. So, yeah, Mad Distiller indeed. Thank you so much for your time. I can't wait to see what you guys do in the future. I'll be in the Philly area for WrestleMania, so I'll try to swing by while I'm out there. It's not terribly far away. So, but yeah, I would love to check you guys out, and I love seeing what you guys are doing.
Thank you so much to Aleksandr for being on the show. Again, 3BR Distillery is something you are going to want to check out. So if you are in the tri-state area, make sure to head on over there. They are in New Jersey. Check them out, or try to order them online if you can get your hands on it. But while you're doing all that, make sure to follow us on the social medias. It is Brewsers Pod. That is BREWSCRSPOD on the Instagram, the Twitter, and the Threads. If you want to send us an email, it is brewserspod@gmail.com. If you want to follow me directly, it is Rody John. That is RODIEJON. Rody John is the name on the Twitter and on Untapped. In case you want to find out what I'm drinking, maybe we can have a beer together. And if you want to follow me on the Threads or the Instagram, it is official Rody John. Send me an email if you would like. It is rodyjohn@gmail.com. So until next time, make sure to enjoy life, drink local, and cheers.